So our topic for this month is well-being, a really hot topic and certainly something that has sort of evolved over the last 10 to 15 years. Resilience, well-being, making sure, checking in with our colleagues, making sure that everyone's okay. It's a piece of work that we actually deliver, so we deliver a lot of well-being training. I'm obviously with Chris, who's our training manager, so I'm really interested, Chris, if that's all right, if I can ask you a few questions about that topic. Is that all right? Sort of out of your interest, how has that been sort of introduced, received? Your thoughts around it? Obviously, it's something that, we see like, well, in my day, we didn't do anything about well-being, and I don't think that's right either. So sort of a new training module, newish over the last 4 or 5 years for us. Well-being as a topic, how's that sort of been for you as a training piece from In2action?
I think the same word for all of those answers is a bit of skepticism around it. People hear that and either automatically kind of disengage, it's not me. I've never had to worry about that. I think it's easy to then think well-being is the same as mental health, and they're two very different things. And I've been on my own journey with that, if I'm honest. Not someone that's ever had to think about well-being or acknowledge it in my own life. And actually, through all the design work we did with a specialist,
it makes you start thinking about it.
It does, definitely. Yeah. It makes you stop and kind of go, how am I doing? And are there little signs that you perhaps gloss over in the past and you just take for normal? It gives you the ability to take a step back and go, it's not normal, and I can do something about it. As you know, all of our training designed with a professor, a specialist. And I found as I was learning the content to teach other people, I was actually holding myself up to that content as well. And it's unlocked a lot, if I'm honest. I'm then finding that with the people I talk to. And I think that's the same with any of our training. We get under the skin of it, and it's understanding and being passionate about what we talk. So it's given me the ability to stand up in front of people and say,
confidently, with the knowledge, yeah, of course.
I'm the same as you. I perhaps felt the same as you, but this is the impact it's had, and we can find that for yourself. I mean, it's hard. Certainly, we find it a lot with remote working as well. And I mean, how do you or In2action manage remote working with that and people's well-being when you're not face-to-face or seeing the signs?
It's a really great question, because it's actually something I get asked by clients quite a lot. As we've gone from an office environment where I can have those cooler chats, those water cooler chats where I say, you seem different than yesterday, are you okay? Or I can see people. But that sometimes, online or in a sort of Teams environment, you might not pick up on those cues. And so In2action wellbeing is absolutely at the top of the agenda for our team. We ask a lot from our teams. They're out and about remotely doing a fantastic product to our clients, which will definitely have effect on their wellbeing, late nights, early mornings, stressful situations. And so it's really important in In2action we have like actual wellbeing check-ins. And that is not this, I'm just doing a wellbeing check-in. That's just a how are you? How's things genuinely in life, not just work. Let's talk about the thing you saw at the cinema, or how's the dog, or just those things that seem inane and pointless, but to somebody who's quite remote are really important. We have meetings every Thursday, so we get an In2action meeting every Thursday where we just literally, it's not business highlights, it's just friends catching up, and when they're missed, I know they're recorded and the team watch them back, don't they? Sort of religiously. You were watching one in the car the other day, and that's important for our well-being. It's interesting because you mentioned about working with a specialist and sort of learning the techniques to grow resilience and build well-being. I think one of them that really stayed with me was like 5 deep breaths. If you remember, we were talking about this, and I was sort of saying, well, you sort of breathe in and breathe out, and it was like, no, that's far too quick. You've got to really slow it down. And actually having to use that technique myself when I feel frustrated or angry, to really concentrate on my breathing. What can I see? What can I hear? Really useful tips for me. And again, going into it with a bit of a skepticism and coming out of it and going, this works. And actually that's what I get the feedback of all the brilliant training that you and your teams deliver. The feedback says the tips from In2action worked. They helped me. They helped my well-being. And that is the most important thing, that it's not just training content for the sake of it. It's applicable skills that people can go away, use, and be better from.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with wellbeing. It's individual. And too many people kind of get that wrong. We can implement strategies across the board, but actually it's on an individual basis. Those chats that you have with people will be different for every person. The signs that something isn't right will be different for everyone, and same with the techniques. Breathing will work for you. For some people it's music, for some people it's a distraction technique,
connecting, collaborating with friends.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly that.
Chris, really interesting. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.
Ta.